Coming in plus or minus 5,300 pounds, depending on the options and upgrades you apply to this camper. This is a Rockwood 2511S here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan, and this has been a very popular little couples rig. And there are similar layouts out there, like we have some available here at Haylett RV from like Open Range and Apex, but this one has proven itself a little more popular, and I think it's because of the extra little things Rockwood does, and specifically some of the big things they do, like the extra closet slide out in the bedroom here. Now, the one in stock can be, and very likely will be, different from what you see here in this video. This is actually a customer's pre-ordered special purchased RV right here. It was pretty close to how we would normally bring one in, and every now and then I like to show folks not necessarily only what we have to offer, but the other things that we could offer you here at Haylett RV. So keep in mind as we go through, this is, you know, almost all the information we present will be normal, and I will try to point out things that are atypical from a common stock unit here at Haylett RV. Let's get started. This one is pretty darn travel friendly. You will lose access to the master bedroom. That being said, it doesn't take much to regain access to that. You retain access to all of the kitchen storage, both dry storage in the cabinets as well as cold storage in the refrigerator, and easy access to the bedroom or bathroom. Now, what's neat, guys, is this is a 12-volt operated slide that takes nearly no power. If you nudge it about 6 inches like that, or maybe a little more depending on your size, you can slide through there, get to the bedroom, pack up the camper, walk back over here, push the button, whoop, push the button close, not open, because, you know, I don't know the difference between closed and open. And there you go. And that's all it really takes to get in and out of this thing, is about 2 seconds of holding the button. Now, 12-volt slides, again, that can operate off your truck's power, off the tongue battery, off the park shore power, off of just about anything. And you can just walk right in the door and waltz straight into the bathroom here for super easy access. They made a really intelligent design decision with this floor plan, because at a glance, it's kind of a small camper. But if you notice, by locating that refrigerator in the slide out with whatever seating is present on the one that you know, we have or you want to purchase, because there's different seating arrangements, we'll discuss that in just a minute, it opened up the floor plan dramatically, because they took one of the largest things, the largest features and fixtures in the RV, and they got it off the floor plan. And that's what opens us up so much. This is really a little smaller, more, in a way, space-efficient version of the very popular 2606 WS Rockwood Ultra. This is kind of its little brother in the family, if you will. Now, you have different seating arrangements in here, and I think that this is a really important thing to discuss, because you can get this with a dinette, a booth dinette that has storage below the benches, folds into a sleeper, and has a free floating table. Or you can get a hide-a-bed sofa like we're looking at right here, and it comes with its own little floating utility table, and we'll look at that in a little bit. Or you can get a theater seat to kick your feet up and be directly across from the entertainment center. And so you have variations in how you can put this together, and of course you have different wood tones, different fabrics, different flooring you can put into these. So once again, I just can't stress enough, the one that we have on hand could be very different from this right here. That's one of the neat things with Rockwoods. They give you more flexibility and customization compared to almost any other brand. Now, one thing I want to point out here, you know, let's go ahead and look at the bedroom. As we walk through, we've got this extra wide door. And I love it because it's just easy flowing, easy entry. And once again, it makes a little camper feel not so little. Now, you can see that we've got the double ducted AC running here, and that's another Rockwood thing. They've got double ducted AC in your roofing in these to give the just excellent airflow in a little camper. You've got high intensity lighting and lots of it. And case in point, another thing is they have bedroom light switches. They have every room light switches in Rockwoods, even here in the mini series, which is the smallest full-size trailer that they make, meaning like 8 wide, not narrow body. Now, there is a privacy shade for that front windshield so that you're not, you know, exposing yourself to the neighbors, as it were. Big open side stands. And what they do here is that makes this very CPAP friendly, because you can see you've got outlets and chargers and everything else right there. But it also makes the bed feel not so claustrophobic, which is a great thing. Now, you have some really neat storage under the bed right here. As you can see, the whole bed lifts, and you can see an aluminum skeleton with a bonus drawer space below. So you've got kind of a bed chest, if you will, as well as extra drawer space. Now, speaking of extra drawer space, below your TV hookups up here, and it is there's a backer in that wall over there if you want to hook up a TV, there's this extra little space in the corner of the kitchen cabinets where you couldn't get to it from the kitchen. So Rockwood said, no problem. Let's open it up in here. Let's maximize every ounce of potential storage space that you can get in this thing. I also like the little detail that over here they have that extra little drawer. So there's actually 2 bedroom drawers in here for a couple's camper. Makes sense, doesn't it? Now, they left this corner over here open. They didn't put a full hanging wardrobe closet in it, although they did put overhead storage in here, because instead they give you, what, 6, 7 times more storage than that little cabinet could ever offer you here, with a very fifth wheel-like bedroom closet slide out. And just look at how much storage you have in this thing. It is enormous, and I love that you have dedicated dresser shelving on the left side with extra tall hanging storage on the right side. So there's enough room to be able to hang clothes there and still use this as, in a way, a dresser shelf on the bottom as well. So whether it's extra beach towel, well, you won't even need that because the bathroom in this is awesome, and the bathroom has its own excellent storage. However, I've kind of glossed over one of the best parts of this floor plan so far, and that is the kitchen area. And as clean and pretty and beautiful as it is, if you glance at it, you actually go, the kitchen's kind of small. So that's why I wanted to take a little closer look so you can see how much kitchen this sucker actually has. Now this might be a smaller camper, but it's got a pretty awesome kitchen. But to truly appreciate it, you actually have to start at the entertainment center, because this is really where the kitchen begins. It not at first glance, but you don't realize this probably has one of the largest, easiest access pantries you've ever seen in a smaller, shorter couples camping floor plan. And this whole thing is just pure, unadulterated, everywhere storage. Now, remember that the one that we're looking at here is a customer's custom ordered unit, but they tended to follow a lot of the logic that we tend to believe in here at Haylett RV, and that most folks don't want or need an oven. A lot of people just, they think they need one because that's what they're comfortable with and familiar with from their house. But you got to remember, you're camping. This is not a house. That being said, I understand that there are people who are like, man, I make cookies. I need that oven. Not a problem. We'll build you one with an oven. This customer who ordered this camper decided they did not want an oven. So you have a choice here. You can either get an oven with a flush mount stovetop, or you can get a flush stovetop and just this extra large cabinet space down here. I really feel that more folks are going to get more benefit from that cabinet than most people are going to get from an oven. But if you're the exception to that rule, again, not a problem. We'll build you one. So you can see you always have good drawer space down here, but you see that extra large countertop extension right there? First of all, this is one of the best floor plans I've ever seen for that, because the bedroom door is so wide, you can still go in and out of the bedroom. This is one of the few floor plans I've seen where the countertop extension doesn't really interfere with the function and flow of the floor plan. In a way, it just kind of keeps people out of your bedroom. I think this is the best application of that. And frankly, tell me a better place to put a wastebasket in an RV versus under that thing right there. Now you will find all solid surface countertops standard through the entire Rockwood travel trailer family, which is pretty cool. Anything Mini Lite, Ultra, or Signature. And you've got that double basin sink that's recessed with a heavy-duty flush mount cover. That is, you're like, oh, it's just a plastic cover. No. You got to touch it and experience it. That is thick, rigid, and heavy-duty. Now, we've got, when you go to the maple wood tone upgrade that you're seeing right here, you actually upgrade also to all maple hardwood cabinet doors. Not just door frames, but actually raised panels right here. So that is part of the maple upgrade versus the standard driftwood. And I do like how that cabinetry passes all the way through there. So like I said, if you want to really appreciate the kitchen, you got to kind of stand back a little bit and take in the kitchen and the entertainment as a whole. And that's what's neat, is that this floor plan really transforms and becomes 2 things at a time instead of just one. I also didn't want to miss the fact that this does have a vaulted ceiling. I don't use a fisheye camera lens. It's a 2.5-inch vault, which is about the most you can put on a laminated roof. We'll talk a little more about construction outside, but this does have an all aluminum skeleton with laminated walls, slides, roof, and ridiculously overbuilt heavy-duty floor for a little camper like this. And again, we'll get to that. Now, entertainment. I want to talk about entertainment here. You saw how the TV opens right up to get to the storage behind, but you've also got this guy right here, and other brands are starting to finally catch up with what Rockwood's been doing for years here. But this is, you know, AM, FM, Bluetooth, DVD, you've heard all those words before. But it is streaming media friendly with face-mounted HDMI and charging ports, and to so that you can plug in like Chromecast or Roku sticks. Now, to maximize the streaming media friendliness, this RV, like all Rockwoods, have the standard Wi-Fi Ranger system. This little switch basically activates a router that's effectively built into the camper, like a signal repeating access point to give you better, more reliable local access to things like park and open Wi-Fi. I've done separate videos on that. If you have questions on Wi-Fi Ranger, give us a call. It's a very, very neat system. Now, I did want to take a second to, like I said, refocus back on the furniture over here. So you can see that this one in this video has this trifold hide-to-bed sleeper sofa with that beautiful breeze window beside and the overhead storage above. What you're not seeing is the fact that behind that hide-to-bed sofa, there is this handy little, simple, lightweight, shockingly lightweight folding table. So you can pull that out for dining time. That can be, you know, your general utility dining table, outside picnic table, whatever you want it to be. But the other thing is, once again, this is a trifold hide-to-bed sleeper sofa, and you notice when it's open, it does not cut off the camper. If you need to walk past the sofa, if the grandkiddos are over for the weekend, you can do so easily. And again, there's different furniture arrangements, but after seeing how this includes that extra floating table, I'm kind of the belief that this might be the way to go with this one. I know that theater seats are nice, but I could easily just put out like a little footrest ottoman here, but this maintains that extra seating, and that floating table's nice. It's kind of the best of both worlds. It's sort of that in-betweener between the theater seat and the dinette, and I like that. Now, this is not a wood wall. That is a massive sliding bathroom door, just like you have that massive sliding living room door. But once again, Rockwood just shines through, king of details, with this magnetic stopper over here, so that it will hold itself shut for privacy, but it's very easy to come and go, and the door's not going to be inclined to like wiggle on you. Now, quick look at the shower over here. So the bathroom, we already saw, very travel accessible, but this big shower for a bigger fellow like me, plenty of room. And here's what's interesting. Because this has a laminated roof, they are able to cut out and place that skylight exactly where they want. If you look at the roof of a lot of Rockwood floor plans, the skylight is actually on some weird 45-degree angle, which looks odd from the outside, but by having a laminated roof, they can place this exactly where they want every single time. So this becomes very tall person friendly. Now, all Rockwood travel trailers have a big MaxxAir bathroom vent fan up here, and that does include the roof vent cover up top. So you can leave that open on rainy days, get superior airflow. It's fantastic. And you see, remember how I was talking about beach towels for a minute in the bedroom, and I went, wait a minute, you don't have to do that. That's because this has this huge bathroom linen cabinet built right into it right here. So you do not need to eat up bedroom storage space for bathroom stuff. Now, also on that point, open her up down here, you've got a nice little spot for a wastebasket in the bathroom. And I can't even believe how uncommon and exceptionally rare that is in the travel trailer business. Now, just like the bedroom, every room's got little easy one-switch lighting for just general ease of use and comfort. And then the little detail stuff, like a full mirrored medicine cabinet, like a hanging towel rack, but a rack that's up high, a ring, not one that's mounted down here, so that you have the automatic soaking wet moldy towels. You don't have that in a Rockwood. And I say that facetiously, but I see it happen all the time. It drives me crazy. Big sink too that adults can get their hands into. I love what they're doing here. They've got such attention to detail, but then again, you don't become and remain the #1 selling laminated travel trailer out there for I don't even know how many years in a row now, by accident. Now do ya? And one more time, and then I swear I'll probably talk about it only twice more, is the fact that this is a customer's custom ordered unit. There's going to be a couple little things outside. Most of this looks pretty similar to how we would bring it in though. Like we've got the full champagne skin color package here. So normally you'd have a white skin with the dark brown nose accents. So where you see the skirting, the diamond plate, and these vertical stripes right here, those will always be that color. But the rest of the skin on this that's a champagne color, the standard would be white. There's just something about this, though. It's got such a good, classy look to it. And I know everything in this business is like brown and brown and brown and browner. but sometimes it does just look good, and there's nothing wrong with just being brown sometimes if you pull it off well, and these guys are pulling it off pretty darn well. Late last year, in the late 2018 season, Rockwood redesigned the front end of all their mini lights to what you see here, and God bless it if it doesn't look good. It added a slight amount of weight to the RV, although this never existed before the current generation. This is a new generation floor plan. But all the other models, it actually extended the interior of the RV a little bit because they were able to cheat and move the bed forward slightly. Now what it creates is just a monstrously large storage compartment down here with very wide, easy access doors on both sides. Now, eagle-eyed viewers, you're going, there's a lot of dirt and debris down here, bud. This isn't your prettiest footage you've ever put together. And I don't mind showing that. And the reason is because that will be cleaned up and removed at no additional charge, because we don't do hidden fees at Haylett RV. Stuff like going through and cleaning it, showing you how it works, having filled propane tanks, electric and water surge protectors even, that's stuff we do every single day. That is included at no additional charge on every new RV at Haylett's. We don't do dealer fees. If you're interested in these little side mount solar type plug systems, we have those available in our shop, and I got dirty hands from something. You can, I lost my train of thought, also get those from our online parts store. All LED tail and marker lights. And LED tail lights is kind of a cool thing because it's 60 mile an hour. When an LED tail light flashes 5 milliseconds faster, that translates into up to 5 feet of additional stopping time for the person behind you, and more stopping time at higher speeds. We have all had to hit the brakes at a stoplight because we were changing the radio or something. Hopefully you weren't texting or whatever, and you stopped within less than 5 feet of a person in front of you at less than 60 miles an hour. It does matter. Now those slide awnings, that is the other thing that the owner of this RV custom ordered onto these. They're available as an option. It's one of those things that they're, you know what, let's do this. Please leave me a favor. Do me a favor and leave me some feedback in the video description down below, or call our team or write us an email or whatever. Do you think the slide awnings on a small camper like this are a worthwhile investment? You know, there are certain regions where they are excellent. There's certain regions where you actually don't want them. We've done separate videos on that. If you have questions, give us a call. But in general, is this something you would like on your RV? Understanding that there's a pretty significant additional charge for it, you know. Unfortunately, as much as I'd like to, we just can't do everything for free. But I'd be very interested to know on a little camper like this, because like on a Rockwood Signature, the big luxury brother, we'll throw them on there. I think people have different expectations at market segment, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know everything. My wife will confirm that for you. But I digress. Okay, so back to the RV and not my personal life. Up front here, when they redesigned the front end, they also included a handy little general duty cargo rack on the front. You see my red battery box giving us power right there. This is good for like maybe extra batteries, a small portable generator, something like that. And it's hidden behind the 30-pound propane tanks. And that's another thing. This has bigger tanks on a smaller camper. In terms of like equipment packages, that's actually about the only difference between a Roo and a Mini Lite. They're basically the same camper, but a Rockwood Roo, the hybrid, has 20-pound tanks because the hybrid bed would crush 30-pound tanks. They're too tall. Rockwood also still seems to be one of the only manufacturers spending more money on their awnings and power tongue jacks, and how I've determined that is the fact that they're using higher speed awnings and jacks. You will spend more time using your camper and less time waiting on the stupid thing to open up or go up and down, which is nice. This does have an enclosed belly, so it just gives you that extra slip streaming down the road, and it gives you that extra critter protection and debris protection. Another thing you can't really see easily is the suspension on this. Now, if you start looking, almost every single RV says torsion axle, rubber shock dampening torsion axle with easy lube hubs. Yep, they pretty much all got that, and that's a wild looking sky back there. Hopefully that stays away from us. Well, Rockwood goes a step further. It's not just torsion axles. It's four-wheel, independent, non-leaf spring torsion suspension. And the neat thing about this, guys, let me see if I can get behind the RV a little bit and do some hand gestures to kind of explain this. A normal leaf spring suspension, if you're going around a corner this way, the trailer and your body, you want to lean and list off to the left. This suspension, though, transfers from high stress to low stress. So as you're going around a corner this way, and the trailer would naturally want to lean to the left and pull you off the road, torsion axles will force the trailer back to level and help it be turn like it's on rails on the corner behind you. So at higher towing, like higher highway speeds, this will actually corner exceptionally well, and with the tires closer together, when you're jackknifing back into a parking space at a campsite or your garage or whatever, you get less tire scrub. Now, I've yet to see a single tire fail due to tire scrub, but it is a theoretical thing, and I don't know, I guess it's worth mentioning. Now, you see up top on the roof, we have that Max Air vent cover up there. That's above the bathroom fan. Anywhere you get the Max Air vent fan on the Rockwood, you're going to get the Max Air vent fan cover. And of course, Rockwood was one of the first brands actually to popularize this, being backup camera ready back here, whether it's a backup camera or an observation camera. The difference being observation cameras can operate in motion. You know, this is suited for that, and we have both of those available in our shop here. Now in that rear corner, I love that all your hookups are kind of in one spot. We got our black tank flush, outside shower, even an antifreeze inlet, so you don't even have to take the jugs of sticky pink antifreeze into the RV and potentially risk making a mess in your camper. Now we're a little close here. I was hoping to get the awning out, couldn't quite do it, but I do want to point out you've got a maximum length awning on here. They couldn't make it any longer if they tried. It's got full length LED lighting on it. Again, it's a faster moving awning. And despite being a little camper, still nice, easy come and go with triple steps, so you don't have to be as much of a mountain climber to get in and out here. Outside TV hookups right under the awning, so you're located at tailgate central. And then right over here, if you want to, you can put a little grill on the side of your Rockwood camper, along with this handy little galvanized rolled steel utility shelf, which is great for having like a platter or just general outdoor stuff, you know, whether you just want to set some drinks on it or whatever. You can always find something to do with a flat horizontal surface. One thing I failed to mention earlier is this baggage door here is on magnet latches, and that's how most baggage doors will be. But if you remember, the door under the closet slide actually flipped down. That's so you don't have to duck under the door to get to the storage in that pass-through. Pretty smart. Pretty darn smart. But hey, these guys have been getting the job done for a long time. So like I said, the one that we have in stock will probably be different from this, but might not be. And we can always build one for you, just like we built one for this fella right here. So whether it's hitching, pieces, parts, trades, financing, truck and trailer package deals, RV delivery, custom RV building and ordering, and everything in between, give us a call here at Haylett RV, 800-256-5196. Take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.